Against popular belief, investing is not hard at all. All you have to do is click a couple buttons on your phone in the correct order, and then after 30 years, you will be rich. So today, we're going to talk about which buttons to click and in which order in order for you to be rich. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, and I only have 40 subscribers, so it would help me out quite a bit. Anyway, how to invest. Step number 1, figuring out which type of account you are going to be using. So start like this. Identify when you are going to need to take your money out. Is this going to be for retirement, or am I going to take this money out within the next 10 years? If the money's for retirement, you want to open a Roth account. Now, this can be a Roth 401k through your employer, or this can be a Roth IRA, which you do on your own in the Schwab or Fidelity app. If you are going to start taking money out of this account within the next 10 years, you're going to want to open a traditional brokerage. And again, you can do this on any investing app, even Robinhood. I know Schwab has a couple options as well. But basically what's going to happen is this normal account, when you remove the money, you will be taxed. The Roth accounts, when you remove the money, you will not be taxed. And it's also very important to understand that Roth accounts do have a yearly limit of how much money you can put in. So if you're doing this for retirement, just be sure to understand the limit on each account and how much you can really contribute. All right, so now that you've figured out which account you want to do, actually go get the app right now, make an account, put in all your tax information, everything, and then deposit as much money as you want to invest. Now that you've done this, we can start buying stocks. So this is one thing that it's important to know, because I used to freak out when I was 18 years old because I didn't know this. But normal market trading hours, at least in my time zone, CST, is 8:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. Now, you can put money onto investments outside of this time, but the investment will not actually purchase and go through unless it's within this time zone. It's just sitting there pending in your account. So you can still buy investments, but just know that they probably won't go through till Monday or whenever the next weekday is on your schedule. So investing's simple. You're going to buy 3 different things, and it's going to cover the entire market. It's going to be easy, and then you just rinse and repeat for as long as you can. That is the easy way out. Let's do the easy way out, all right? So you're going to want something that's technology-based. You're going to want something that's an average of all the markets. And then you're going to want something that is international. Now, when you own these 3 things, usually if one goes down, 2 are going up. So it's one of the safest routes you can do. So let's talk about it. Technology. There's quite a few technology stocks out there, but my personal preference is QQQ. This is basically Schwab's version of the NASDAQ. It's a composition of a ton of really good technology companies, and this has averaged over 14% growth per year over the last 40 years. Me, I'm in my 20s, and so I personally put about 50% of my portfolio into QQQ, and it has done pretty well. But again, you do your research and figure out what's best for you based on your age. Technology is a little bit more risky, but it also comes with more reward, so be smart about what you're doing with it. The next thing we want to do is a composition of a ton of companies. A lot of you guys heard the name S&P 500. And so what I like to buy is VOO, VOO. It is Vanguard's overall S&P index. And over the last, I've held that one for about 10 years. It has done about 12% growth per year. So VOO and QQQ, what's the last one going to be? My personal preference for international is VTI, Vanguard Total Money Index. And part of this has US-based stocks and part of it has overseas-based stocks. But this one never performs as good as the other two. But again, if you want safety and you want to make sure, 2 things are going up, If one is going down, then VTI is also a really good bet. So I do these three things. I put 50% of my money into QQQ, 30% into VOO, and then 20% into VTI. That is what I personally do, but do your research and figure out what works best for you. And I just want to let you guys know, over the last decade, I have done about 12% growth in my accounts just doing this strategy. So a couple final notes here. When you are getting ready to buy, you're going to hit the trade button on your app, select your ticker, and then there's going to be an option on there where you can either do a market or a limit order. So me personally, I always do market order. And what this means is that no matter what price the stock is at, it will buy as soon as possible. So I always do market. Now there's another option called limit, and this is for people with a lot of skill, even skill beyond mine. Limits, they will set a particular price. I will buy the stock if it goes below, I don't know, $74. And so that order will be pending until that stock drops below $74. Only then will it go through. And the hard part is, it might not drop below $74 for 6 months. So it's very important to figure out, again, what's best for you. And I really like the market strategy, just so I don't have a ton of stuff pending. It just goes through right away and can purchase the stocks. All right, that's all my tips. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below and make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would be highly appreciated. Appreciate y'all for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.